My name is Meera Ramnathan. I'm the principal of Lodha World School Lakeshore Green, which is a CBSE school, and I'm the founder principal of the school since June 2019. All the Lodha schools belong to a common trust, which is the Sitaben Educational Trust, which is part of the Lodha Realtors, the Lodha group, whose main business is in construction. And the Lodha Education Portal has many schools. We have 5 schools in our portfolio today. And we are all part of this common trust, which is the Sitaben Trust. It has both. It has advantages and it has disadvantages. The advantage was that we could have uninterrupted school for the students, and the online platform gave us all lots of opportunities to explore education in a new format. And some of it has worked really well. And today we are even talking about hybrid schools. We're also talking about using this online platform for various purposes. So in that sense, it was a seamless integration of technology into education, and all overnight. So I think what would have taken us 5 years to integrate technology, I think COVID, the pandemic, kind of acted as a catalyst, and expedited this whole integration of technology into education. And today we are enjoying the benefits of it. Now, as far as the disadvantages are concerned, of course, children come to school. I mean, a school is a place or for social connections, right? Today, the child can actually learn a lot even without coming to school. So all the information, all the knowledge is available online on YouTube and on different educational platforms that have come up, especially post-COVID. So why does a child really need to come to school? I think that the children find social connections, and they form like a community of peer learners and with teachers. And that's the reason why mainly they would like to come to a school. And of course, to have that one-to-one, face-to-face social interaction with not just their friends, but also with the teachers, which adds a whole new dimension to their learning. So yes, I can learn from a YouTube video, but it is not going to be as effective or as interactive as it could be with a physical face-to-face teacher. So yes, after coming back from COVID, the students actually found it difficult to cope with the social connection, because for 2 years, they were only with their parents. Many of them had become socially awkward. And of course, there was also the other spectrum of it, where children were waiting to get out of their house and meet their friends. So that was mostly with the older children. So yes, we did have a lot of problems with helping children connect with each other. They had forgotten how to talk to each other. They had forgotten how to share, their belongings like food and water and stationery, and they were very kind of, this is mine kind of a thing. So yes, there was a lot of social awkwardness and difficulty in socializing for children. And in older children, the teenagers, many of them had put on weight during COVID, and they were feeling awkward. They were also going through puberty. So the students who were in 5th standard suddenly came back to school in 7th standard, and in 2 years of time, they had grown. They had attained puberty. They were looking different. Their voices had changed. So they were feeling physically not comfortable showing themselves, and so we let them be at ease. Before they started coming to school, we actually sent out a Google form, and we collected their fears, and we addressed those fears, which is some of these that I'm talking about, when they came to school. And we helped them slowly and gradually get over it, bring their self-esteem back, and join school. And today, I think nobody wants to go back to online school. They love the school, and they love the whole fun atmosphere. And school is indeed a happy place, I can say, for all the students at Lodha World Schools. Think the work for NEP had started way back, because the last one we had was in 2005, and it's been many years since we've not restructured our education. So the need for change in the education was definitely uh, needed, and this came about unfortunately during COVID. So September 2020 is when NEP was launched. NEP, the National Education Policy 2020, was launched right in the middle of the lockdown. And it's a beautiful document, I would say. And in fact, many educators across the world today are looking at our NEP document akin to our constitution, which is also one of the best drafted constitutions in the world. Akin to that, today educators are talking about the NEP document that we have put together, saying that it is really a all-encompassing document which takes care of every requirement of the youth and of learning and of schools, of school education, higher education. Everything has been detailed out very well. The vision and the goals that India has for the education of the youth is definitely in line with where we see the world going. Uh, so, in terms of document, it is an excellent document, I would say. Now, let's talk about the practicality and the reality of the implementation part. Now, that's the tricky part. So, implementation of a document with goals which are so mammoth is definitely something that is going to shudder every educator. And we have in these last 3 years, I have attended numerous conferences for NEP and tried to understand how people from the industry, people from outside of the education industry, how are they viewing this? What are the hurdles they see or obstacles they see in actually implementing NEP? So yes, there are several obstacles, but I think we need to start somewhere. And as a country and as a culture, we believe in starting small and taking those baby steps towards achieving a much bigger goal, as is for our country, right? So, in that sense, I think all educators have aligned themselves to the NEP document and the goals for education. Schools at the school level, we have started implementing a lot of those activities like bagless days, or if you talk about just the breakup, like they have made foundation years as preschool to class 2, the blocks that they have changed, the foundation years, the prep years, the middle school years, and the secondary years, and the senior secondary. So already those things have been implemented. We are looking at introducing many new skill oriented subjects like financial literacy, entrepreneurship, artificial intelligence, considering the fact that today technology has taken over, and today it is a specialist industry. Today, once you finish your higher education, you are supposed to be a specialist in something, okay, and not a generalist. And because the world is moving towards this whole specialist field, education has also to give that support to students as they pass out. So school education particularly is looking at building these skill labs. Even CBSE always had these skill labs, but somehow it had not taken off until now. So now with the NEP backing this whole skill development in at the school level and at the higher education level, schools are introducing skill labs at a much larger scale. At Lodha World School, we are doing We are introducing from class 6 onwards, we are introducing artificial intelligence, entrepreneurship, financial management, literacy. We are looking at design thinking and innovation. We're looking at mass media, all of these as skill labs for children to get exposure to. And subsequently, taking up these subjects at the board level, which is in class 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. So by the time they finish their school education, which is at class 12 level, they would have been experts even in one aspect. So if they have taken artificial intelligence, then they would have got exposed to AI right from grade 6 onwards. I'm talking of the batch that's coming up now, right? So by the time they reach their grade 12, they would have exposure to those skill labs, and they would have made their choice that either I want to be an entrepreneur or I want to look at financial literacy and develop my skills there. So essentially, after school education, they are then going to move to higher education. And as per the NEP, even in the higher education, there are lots of changes that are proposed. In fact, most of the changes proposed in the document is at a higher education level. So universities, colleges, everyone's looking at an overhaul of how they want to give their subjects. Like we have in international universities, we are talking of majors and minors. So a science student, for example, can do a science major and a psychology minor. Okay. So these kind of combinations, or they can do science and they can do entrepreneurship. So we are breaking those borders, we are breaking those compartments of science, humanities, and commerce, and saying that what stops a science student to do psychology and what stops a humanities students to do math, right? So it's all about what the child feels or what the student feels he or she is good at, and therefore the whole NEP is learner centric. And I think that we have all made a good start, and very positive, and we are all very positive as school educators to be able to implement this NEP soon. Within 5 years is what they have told us. It was a 5-year plan. So we are looking at 2025 and we are already in 2023. So we have 2 more years to actually see the fruits of NEP coming alive for our children. The school, we're all on the same side. You and I are partners to ensure that your child reaches his or her educational goal, his passion, and let's work together and make this happen. And trust us and have the patience, and surely we will ensure that we give you the opportunity, your child the opportunity to showcase his talent or her talent.